Welcome back to the Matchmaking podcast, the one and only podcast where we go through the heroes of Dota one by one, looking at their abilities, looking at their lore, and looking at a whole lot more. I am pretty cold today, and I'm Joe.
Hello, I am Dav.
Hello, I'm Ali.
I'm not cold though.
No, neither am I.
Well, my heating's currently broken, so it's a cold old day for me. I've got no hot water. I'm huddled up with my coffee in both my hands, and I'm ready to look at a hero of Dota, a Dota hero.
Honestly, play some solo ranked, yeah? You'll be fine.
Oh, that will get the blood pumping.
I'll warm you up.
That'll warm you up.
Oh
Literally,
my god!
I think it
get
will.
the rage in me built up. Get angry. Perfect. You know what? Yeah. Can we just hold this for like a good half hour, 40 minutes to an hour?
And then
I'll play a solo game. And then I'll be nice and pumped up, ready to record.
We stay on mics as well. We'll stay on mic.
Yeah.
So all you hear is just like me and Ali will go and like have breakfast or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
And then it'll just be you like aggressively kicking.
Right. We'll cut through it quickly, but I'll just play a game real quick. Yep.
Yeah. Cue the SpongeBob one rank game later.
How's that, Joe?
Fucking push! Go! Go mid! Stop it! Oh my god!
And
What
he's
are you
lost.
doing?
Yeah. Unlucky. GG. GL.
Fucking hell.
GL
Well,
next.
It was a good game. It was a good game. Thanks for waiting for me to finish that game, guys. I'm ready to record. Who are we looking at this week? What's the hero?
This week is Io.
Beep boop.
I-O.
The ball.
I thought we were doing Invoker. I'm not going to lie.
Well, Dav, I'll be honest. It's early days for this podcast. I don't want to do a hero that has 15 abilities this early on.
Fair
I
enough.
want to hold it for when we're warmed into it, when we got the ball rolling, we're feeling comfortable, and I don't have to, do a deep dive on 15 abilities for 1 week.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair
maybe
play.
next year.
How long does it take to get good at a podcast? How many episodes? Is it 25, I think?
Is it?
It's something like that.
That's like a year if you put them out every other week. So yeah, sure. We're kind of a quarter of the way there.
I put how in Google, and the first thing that came up was, how old is Usher?
How old
How old
is
is Usher?
45 years old.
45.
How old do you think P. Diddy is?
I don't even know who these people are, Dav.
Puff
That's not even
Daddy.
a joke.
Well, that will give a clue of when this was recorded because any American viewer will know instantly that the reason why how old Usher is because of the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Did you watch any of it?
Nah, it's a school night. I'm not going to stay up till 4 in the morning.
You can't watch Super Bowl on a school night.
On a school
You're ridiculous.
night. Yeah, I missed all the good bit. I watched the entire of the first half and then left.
Oh, really?
The halftime show when it got too late.
We're not allowed to like American football. We're nerds who like Dota.
Yeah, we're not. It's banned, I think.
If it helps, I was playing Minecraft at the same time.
That makes it okay.
There we go.
That's the nerd bit for you.
Playing Minecraft on one screen, had Super Bowl on one, and probably had a Dota game up on the third, watching the
with your
pro scene.
toes. Playing
Well,
with your
yeah, I had a Twitch stream up on another one.
course.
So come on,
toes.
Gotta
And I
get
was
those
playing
stim
Farm-
ones up.
yeah,
I was playing games on my phone.
yeah.
So, speaking of Super Balls,
Yeah,
doesn't quite work.
it does. I'll take that.
Io is a ball. We'll take
Okay.
it.
Sphere.
He's like a superhero ball. He's a glowing orb, right? He's a
Yes.
support guy. He's you said he was a strength guy, Ali. No, he's not. He's
no,
the universal.
Io
Isn't he?
is universal now, who traditionally heals teammates.
Medic!
Yeah. He is
He
the
reminds
medic
me.
of the
He
Dota
really does remind me
universe.
of the medic from TF2.
Really?
Like his whole kit kind of reminds me. Like the medic has like that heal gun that kind of latches onto people. Wisp has a similar thing. He's the medic.
No, I think they couldn't be more different. It's just a ball. The medic's got so much character and personality.
What do you mean? I think because he's a blank canvas, you can portray the emotions. You can project yourself onto it.
Yeah.
It's like like a grey man in an action film, like a Tom Cruise-esque character, like a Chris
It's
Pratt.
evil.
Io is a Chris Pratt of the Dota universe. You can put whatever characteristics you want onto that.
I like
canvas
that.
of a wisp.
That's fine. The man has range.
If the Io was a man, if the ball was a man, it would have brown hair and a beard.
Chris Pratt.
And that's all the discerning features of him.
Do you really?
That's it.
I think Io, if Io was a man, because, well, let's start off by describing Io. For people who don't know who Io or Wisp is, it's just like a little ball, right?
Just a glowing orb. You know when, like, you see those paranormal shows and they go, oh, look, we've captured a ghost on our film. And it's like a weird little floating speck on the screen. You're like, it's probably just a bit of dust. They go, oh, it's a ghost orb. That's what Io looks like to me. It's just like a little glowy blue white orb. That's
Do
all
you
he
not
is.
see them when they come
All
in
the
the
time.
night?
All the time.
I see wisps all the time.
I have to win my game of
You need to
Dota.
dust your room, Ali. I think that's what was happening. The moonlight catching the dust.
Come on. I was going to make a joke about dust of appearance, but I don't know.
Bit of a stretch.
Too tired for that.
Too tired to think of. There's a punchline. Dad's written the punchline. You think of the joke. There we go.
Exactly. It's like choose your own adventure.
Build your own joke.
You built it up, and now that's it. Done.
Io's like a blue, see-through ball, which does loads of beeps and boops. Unless you've got the skin where it's like the box and the love heart. That's kind of cool.
Yeah,
But just like a
companion cube
beepy
from Portal. That's
Yeah.
what he is. I like that we're going in through so much effort to trying to describe literally nothing. It's a glowing ball. We can't say more. It's a glowing blue-white orb thing. And it goes beep and boop. It doesn't talk, it just beeps and boops.
Beeps and boops.
Yeah, I think that's
Like
a
a
really
robot.
good description. This is the most we've ever described any hero in this podcast, in the history of the podcast, and it's the fucking ball.
Yep.
It's probably 'cause
Or
it's the
cube,
easiest to describe.
because the cube is technically an arcana.
True.
It is an arcana from 2017.
Oh my god, is it really that long ago?
It was that long ago.
One of the
Jeez.
coolest. Very cool.
It is one of the coolest
very cool.
cosmetics out there, and it's not marketable, it's not tradable, and it's not deletable. Fun fact. So even if you got it, you can't get rid of it.
There's only 2 Io skins.
There are only 2 Io skins.
That's mad. The altar ball is sick.
And fun fact, I own both of them.
Oh, fair. God. How much do you think the altar ball is worth right now?
Is that the one where it kind of looks like an Aztec fish?
That's the one.
Yeah, it's like an Aztec pyramid.
Right. How much is this skin worth? Is it an Arcana?
It says marketable tradable. I thought it might have been like an Uncharted thing or something like that.
I think that this is probably worth about, based on the Dota market these days, like I've been looking at the market, it's not been looking too good. Probably
Stonks
about
are down in the
3p.
Dota 2
Stocks are down
items.
in it. Now
Sell.
they've released the Dragon Ancient, which
Oh, wait,
only
no, now's the
appears
time to
every
buy, isn't it?
36 years.
If stonks are down, we buy now.
Yeah.
So whatever this is at, I'm buying. I'm gonna buy Aztec IO skin. I'm guessing it's 15 quid at the moment.
Okay.
15 quid.
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. I'm looking at Steam Community Market right now. To buy at $2.42 or lower, $2.42 or lower.
Oh, it's a steal. Think how many I can buy for 15 buckaroos.
Yeah, you can buy them
buying.
with 230 pish. What is that? PY something? Is that Polish money?
What have you got yours set to? Mine's $1.99 is the cheapest.
What, pounds?
My market.
Pounds.
Pounds.
Mate, fair
Maybe
play.
we
Bargain.
should do what Spiff did on the Steam market and purchase all the things to inflate the market. Because he did it with cucumber stickers. If we buy all the Wisp Aztec skins between us, I think we could make some bank. How many are on the market? Dev? How many are on the market?
Mate, there's 49 pages, and on each page there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. So 8 times 49 is what? Flipping 400.
It's around 400. And how much are they worth?
Mate, the most expensive one is up for $1,800 US.
What's the average?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
So mine's around £2.50.
$2.50. So right, if we invest £1,000 between us, I reckon we can double our money in a month.
Do you reckon?
By just buying out.
Yeah, I think if we buy them all up, we can sell them. Because maybe we'll buy all the cheap ones and then just slowly muck it up. This is the scheme.
That's kind of true, because if you think about it, that is a cool skin, isn't it? This Io's got 2 skins. One of them is unobtainable, and then the other one you can buy.
And the other one we now own.
Yeah, okay.
By the time everyone's listening to this,
skins,
we will own them all.
But think about it. Okay, you love Io. You're sick of the normal Io skin, quite boring to be fair. And you're like, okay, cool, I'm going to buy a skin. Now, when it's $1.99, you think, oh yeah, fine, I'll buy that. That's cool. Or like, maybe it's not that good because it's cheap. But would people buy that for $4?
Right, should I tell you what we have to do? Over the next course of this hour, while we're doing a deep dive on Io, we're going to have to figure out the next meta carry wisp build, because those carry players, they're dumbass shit bricks. They'll buy anything.
That is true.
We find out the new meta for building wisp carry, and then all the dumbass carry players are gonna have to buy our overly inflated IO sets.
So not only are we manipulating the market, we're also manipulating the
trends. Yeah, we shift. It's IO propaganda. We're going to make some IO propaganda over the course of the next hour. That's the strat.
Honestly, I think that is actually a good idea. Like, of all the heroes to buy out all the skins and manipulate the market, it's Io, because there's only 2 flipping skins. There's only one skin for sale. Yeah. Mate, this is genius.
Of all the heroes to do, that one is like the best one.
Because there's only one skin you can buy. Oh my god, we're onto something, lads.
But I have found a flaw in our plan.
Yeah.
I've managed to finally load the last page of the listings for the IO ball, and they're all at over £1,000.
Well, that's fine. You know what? They're all going to be at £1,000. We'll list one at a time at 500. We bought them at £2.
No, I think we'd need to, because I think people are trying to do the same. I'm seeing a lot of $10. I'm seeing a lot of $10 on page 40.
To be fair, I've just clicked back a couple of pages. There's a lot of people who are trying to get it for like.
Well, I'm sure we'll find the slow turnaround rate. We buy all the $2, mark them up to 5, and then buy all the 5. Yeah, we'll get there.
I think if we were to buy all of the 2s, and then just sit on them for like 6 months, maybe, buy all the cheap ones and just sit on them, and slowly, like, it should tick up.
I'm doing it.
Well, anyway,
I'm buying some.
This is where once they've been marketed once, they can't be marketed again, and then you're just stuck with like 50.
Oh God, can you imagine that? That would just be the worst thing ever.
Well, I'm gonna buy 5.
You buying them right now?
I'm buying 5 balls.
And just telling like, sorry, ma'am, I couldn't get you any Christmas presents. So like,
right,
here's 3
IOs.
I bought 5 altar balls on this day. For how much? Return to community market. There was an error. Hang on. Altar.
The good old altar ball.
We'll be on trade cooldown. That's fine. Place purchase order. I want to buy 5 for. I'm willing to pay up to £2.
Okay.
Maximum price £10. Here we go.
So we're altering.
I'm adding funds to the Steam wallet.
Just like that.
Here we go. Purchase. Here we go. Oh, they're rolling in now.
They're rolling in.
Oh yeah. Okay. Mate,
One altar boy purchased.
I'll do the same.
I guess the rest.
Okay, I'll buy another 5.
Man, we're gonna be rolling in altar balls.
And the Benjis. Yeah. Cool. Anyway, so we're not talking about altar ball IO. We're talking about wispy blue ball wisp orb IO.
Nice.
Okay. And that is the official description. So, Ali, Joe, what MMR check?
MMR check. Gained.
Yeah,
Strong gains over the past week. Been smashing out some Tidehunter, but still around 4K.
Okay. Still strong gains at 4.3 again.
Lovely.
Back
just
up.
any listeners, just to let you know, there was a point when me and Ali couldn't play rank together.
It may be getting back there.
Oh no, because I've lost a few.
We've been winning quite a lot. I didn't
lost...
think about that. Fuck. Damn.
Well, yeah, because I've lost. I've been winning as well, but I've lost a few. I'm at 1.5k.
1.5. Okay.
So IO.
Cool. Anyway, so you two have played thousands of hours of Dota.
Yes.
Tens of thousands.
But know nothing about the lore of the hero. I am the lore master. So what do you think IO is? What's IO's lore?
Our guesses of what IO is. I'm guessing this character, IO the Wisp. From what I've heard in rumors of what a wisp is, I think he's from the swamp. I think he's a little swamp creature. I think he's dead Yoda from the Star Wars, and he's a ghost Star Wars ghost ball. Because, they come back as ghosts when they die, the Jedi, right?
Surely he's got to be more of an R2-D2 than a Yoda, huh?
He's a dead R2-D2, and that's why he beeps and boops. There we go. You fixed my lore for me. Yeah, R2-D2 died in the swamp. This is the alternate universe where R2-D2 doesn't get pulled out the swamp by Luke. That happens in the film, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, and then he drowns. And then he comes back a year later as a ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's him. It's Ghost R2-D2.
Yep. Ghost R2-D2.
And he's got magic powers now.
Yep.
Because he became one with the Force and learned magic. Because the Force is magic. I will hear no difference. Yep.
Completely wrong. Ali?
I think it's just a bit of dust which got stuck on my monitor. To be honest.
The ones in my game seem to have the same impact.
Gabe has a bit. He's got a bit of a dusty monitor, and went, we should probably turn that into an hero.
Just someone spilled milk on that monitor in the headquarters of the game development of Dota. And I go, who's that hero that you're working on? What's that concept? Oh no, I spilled my milk. I don't know who's drinking.
No, then they
milk.
panic. No, it's the panic of they were meant to create a hero, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's my finest creation. It's like a medic." And it's just like a drop of milk.
Okay, all right. I'm not sure why. Okay, there's a couple of issues with the old milk theory. Number one, I think what's more important is, like, who would drink milk out of a cup in, like, a professional setting?
Game developers,
Don't get me wrong.
You know what they're like.
I'm a big
Those
fan
concept artists, you know what they're like.
What, with milk?
They love their milk,
We
those
all
concept
know.
artists.
And cookies.
We all know.
They love their milk.
I love milk out of a glass, but in work, I don't know. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Well,
even the name though, Dav. They go, so what's the name of this character? And they go, Io. Interesting.
Cool.
Very creative.
Looks like a milk stain. But, well, you're both wrong. Io is, and I'll keep this short and sweet because, like, I was reading through the Io lore and it's a fucking riddle. It's written in riddle.
Oh, I love a good riddle.
No, it's dumb. It is dumb. So
is he the eye of a river?
No, not the... Well, actually, okay. I actually went back to Dota 1 lore because Dota 2 lore had nothing.
Ooh.
I'll just read, like, a small part of the Dota 2 lore. Io is everywhere and in all things, denounced by enemies as the great unmaker. Io is nothing less than the sum of all attractive and repulsive forces within material field. I'll start off then with the Dota 2. I'll start with the Dota 1 lore.
So Io is all and everything according to Dota 2 lore. Io is God, is what they're saying.
Perfect.
Not necessarily. And I'll kick off with the Dota 1 lore. And
if Io is everywhere and it's all the in-betweens. Io is dust.
Life.
Sort of like...
Io is death. That is true. Io does bring life. He does
Hit us with
bring
the law,
death.
Dev.
Okay, Dota 1 lore is Io was just a spirit of the trees, of the forest.
Of the swamp.
Of the swamp. Get out of my swamp! And it says this here. And as a war kicked off, Io was a spirit helping out his great people.
I don't want a war in my swamp.
Exactly, to Donkey and all his swamp friends.
Yeah.
And so he was just helping his pals out, and that's where he was doing like sucking, like not sucking. Would anyone say that? Do you know, like as lion, you'd say I'll suck him off.
Yep.
You wouldn't say that with Io, wouldn't you?
No.
No.
He doesn't have any suckings.
No. Okay. Well,
Yes,
connects magnets. What's the spell called?
Tether.
He realized that he could tether to his little friends in the forest, the donkey and the gingerbread man and stuff.
Yeah.
Not the camera buttons. And and they all called him Guardian Wisp. And there was something about the Sentinel and the Scourge.
The Sentinel and the Scourge.
That's like the old Radiant and
Oh god, we really need to do a deep dive on the history of the Dota world at some point, so that we understand all the extra like third-party chat when we come to these heroes.
I think Sentinel was Radiant and Scourge was Dire or something like that. So Scourge sounds more dire and evil.
Yeah.
But okay, and then in Dota 2 lore, then, which I guess is completely different. You had that we covered this when we did the episode about Enigma back in E, but you've got the 4 fundamentals: Io, CK, Kotal, and Enigma. So Io is the fundamental of electromagnetism. Chaos Knight,
The god of magnets.
yeah,
The God.
the
Very
god of
cool.
magnets. He's just magnets.
Okay.
Honestly,
And
Magnet
electric.
boy.
stick
It's
him next-
Magneto.
sort of. Stick him next to a TV. That TV's breaking.
Yeah.
Any piercings you have, but you better watch out.
Ooh, he's gonna rip those out.
Ouch.
And yeah, it's just all about like attractive and repulsive forces.
Because everything is magnets, really. At the end of the day.
It's bullshit. But so the universe was made by Elder Titan, something like that. Elder Titan was like the creator. And yeah, you have the 4 fundamentals. I mean, you know, Chaos Knight is the fundamental of dark, the Twin Rider of dark. Keeper of Light is the Twin Rider of light. Enigma is the fundamental of gravitational force, and like kind of demon-y. And Io is the fundamental of electromagnetism.
Okay.
What some weird ass fundamentals is this? I feel like it's not very traditional fantasy, is it? You know, when you have the element, the fundamental of earth, fire, water, and Avatar, the airbender. But having the magnet man and the gravity man, it's weird. Yeah, we got one guy that rides a horse. He's all about light. We got another guy that rides a horse. He's all about dark. And then we've got gravity and magnet men. It's weird. Very weird.
Completely agree. Do you mean you could have like poison and forest and wood? But that's why I like the Dota 1 lore.
What?
Yes. Yeah.
Where would we be without? Sorry, go on.
Hentai?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I liked about the Dota 1 lore is, because he was known as the Guardian Wisp. He realized that other spirits would like follow him, and that's why he can summon like the other wisps.
Oh,
the other spirits.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool.
This channels into his abilities, which we'll get onto in a bit. That's
Maybe-
very cool.
Maybe I'm missing some things, but this is all I found online from like a slight look on Reddit
He
as
helped
well.
found the universe with his power of magnets,
Yes.
and then retired to a swamp, and then became friends with people who were having a war in his swamp.
No, I think he started at the swamp, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
Who
the
knows?
swamp always was and always has been.
Who knows?
And always will be, apparently, or something.
It's a bit of a free week for me, really, because the law is so crap. But then also his voice lines, like, it's just not. He just goes beep boop boop. He just hasn't got a voice
That's
actor.
the best voice line in the game. I don't know what you mean.
But I did find that you can buy a Wisp/IO announcer pack, and it just beeps and boops.
Who recorded it though? Was the question.
I don't know. I couldn't find anything. It's just beeps and boops from online, I think.
Guarantee you it's Gaben. Just saying.
Could be.
Beep, boop.
Yeah.
I mean, there is. I think like most of the sounds in Dota are done by one guy. It does all like most of the Foley design. And all the sounds in Dota are really impressive. I'm annoyed that I don't know their name.
What, the Foley artist for Dota?
For Dota.
I don't know who the Foley artist is. I don't know who the voice actor is.
I can't find it either.
But what I have brought to the table is the Dota 2 store Wisp/IO announcer pack. And it just beeps and boops. Instead of saying Rampage, it goes boop, beep, boop, boop.
How many on sale?
Let's have a
What's
look.
the average price? Like, come on.
Let's have a look.
Let's get this market rolling, boys.
Get the market going.
Market. Let's have a look. I can't find it. How much is the Pyrian Flax?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, we're never gonna be able to bump the price up on that one. Let's just calm down.
10p.
He knows what he's valued at.
I've been trying to increase the value of Pyrian Flax over the past few years. It's just struggle, lads. It's a struggle.
Sure,
I had to cut out so much of those scrub casts just to try and increase the value of my P Flax announcer pack.
Yep.
That's it.
Well, the question is, though, do you have his announcer pack on while you're playing games with him?
Oh God, yeah.
No, I had to turn it off. It's
isn't it?
Too confusing. It used to be on shuffle. I used to get a random announcer pack, and now I can't listen to him too much every week. I can't have him as the announcer pack as well.
He already shouts at you enough.
He already berates me. I don't need him shouting at me in game lines as well.
Your top tower's under attack. Joe, get the fuck up top.
Just a custom, just one.
Where the fuck are you fucking feeding again? Oh, Joe's doing Joe things.
Joe, are you alright? He says.
Oh, God. Oh, it's too accurate. Are you alright, mate? What are you doing? I'm just trying to play my game, sir. Oh, God.
Well,
oh, God.
That's the law. That's the voice.
I just about calmed down from my quick game I played, and now I got the blood pumping again.
Well, what are the abilities then?
Well, I'm so glad you told me about the lore there, because even the first ability of Wisp ties into the lore very nicely, and it's kind of what the Wispy Boy IO is all about. And his first ability is called Tether. And being the god of magnets, it kind of makes sense, because you kind of latch onto a lad, you kind of get pulled towards him like a little magnet, which is fun.
That is... That
and not only
accurate.
that, the little tether animation where you're linked up together is kind of like an electric dog leash, I guess. So he's the god of magnets and electricity or whatever. Electromagnets. He's got a zappy little magnet tether thing as his first ability. It's very cool.
Unless you got fillings. Jesus.
What? Oh,
if you've got fillings in like a magnet, it's or like metal. Have you ever chewed foil before? Ugh.
What?
Do you know when you chew foil and you got fillings, and then the metal touches? Anyone? No, Ali?
No.
Really? Ah.
I don't have any fillings, and I don't eat metal.
Yeah, but have you not like chewed on foil before?
No.
No.
Have you not?
No.
I'm sure other people have.
As a
chewed on foil.
child, maybe when I like have a Kit Kat, maybe at school as a child. Not in recent memory, and I didn't have fillings as a kid, so...
Yeah, I never had fillings, so...
All right. Well,
What is
it's good for you.
How does it feel, Dev? Describe it.
It's like an electric shock going down your body. It's not very nice.
Does it actually zap you?
It's not a very nice sensation. It really goes through you. It even goes through me just like thinking about it now. Ugh.
You feel it down your spine?
I really do, yeah. And like,
oh, God.
Really goes through your whole body.
Do you feel it in your bones?
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
That's a witch doctor reference, just FYI.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I was with Dad. I thought it was the song.
I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes.
Shout out to, what is it? Have fun, good luck? Or what is it? Good luck, have fun.
What, the witch doctor?
We're still talking about different
Again,
songs.
I thought you were about the other one. I was like, I can't remember.
This is a Dota podcast. It's got to be a Dota song.
Yeah, true. It is. We listened to it. We listened to it last week on stream.
It's great.
It's really funny. Yeah.
The song's by Wet, Wet, Wet.
Wet.
Wait, Huno? Which Huno?
The witch doctor one.
Wait, not the feel it in
Love
my
is
tongue.
all around.
Wait, love is all around. Yeah. Okay. Wet, wet, wet. Cool. Well, like Ali said, this is a Dota podcast, so maybe we can parody it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Where I can't see the map. Where are the fucking wards? 2 sentries available.
Very nice.
Very.
Sorry, I
cool.
was trying to do the beat, but the Discord delay mean that I couldn't really do it with you.
That's
but,
all good. That's all good. I'm sure
that's
we're
fine.
forgiven.
So
Tether.
Wisp. First ability, Tether. We're half an hour into recording. Tether.
Jesus.
So you link up to a lad, a friendly guy on your team with your electric magnet whip. And when you're whipped out together, you share healing. Well, you don't share healing. Wisp transfers a percentage of his healing to his friend as the main thing, which is pretty pog.
Very
That's
pog.
good.
Pretty pog. Not only that, also gives the target a bonus move speed, and any enemy caught up in the tether, in a little leash, is zapped, and they take a little bit of damage, and their move and attack speed is slowed.
Never
So, yeah.
really knew that playing IO.
It's a relatively new thing. It was added in the past. New, probably within the past 2 years. New.
Like 10 years old. Yeah,
It's been here for 5 years, but it's new, which is cool. But yeah, this whole ability Tether is basically what Wisp is about. It's about healing his friends and supporting them. So yeah, the heal transfer goes up to like 120% of his regen is transferred. The bonus move speed goes up to 12% or 18% move speed buff with talents. And yeah, the damage is kind of nothing on the little zippy zap between. It's only 40 damage per second max level. Not nothing, but yeah, it's not a lot. It's not a lot. But then the attack and move speed slow is 45%, which is pretty big. Pretty big. So as long as they're touching that line, they are constantly slowed and taking this damage.
That's pretty huge. Yeah.
Yeah, but as soon as they walk out, they're fine.
Yeah,
basically.
and it's like a small line, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's small, but it can get long. So it's the thing with Tether is once you link up with a buddy, the tether lasts forever, basically. But Wisp can choose to stop it early if he wants. He can break the tether manually, or if they get too far away, it snaps. It's like a big old rubber band. It's like a Stretch Armstrong between the two lads. If you pull it too far apart, it will just break. And there is a little animation that kind of lets you know that it's getting a bit thin. Like the line between you, the little leash gets a little bit thinner. It looks a bit more zappy. And you go, oh, I'm about to snap my string. I better ease up a bit. We've all been there. But yeah, so it lasts forever unless you cancel it. But it does have a cooldown of 12 seconds. So once you cast it, you can't cast it again for 12 seconds. And this cooldown is kind of ticking over while you're tethered. So you can sort of tether someone, wait 12 seconds, untether, retether to someone else instantly. Which is good.
That is good.
But yeah, do you want to hear some pog little details about the ability that you may think might be a problem? Some things that you thought that could be an issue but aren't an issue.
Yeah.
Pog me up.
Pog, I'm gonna pog you up, Dave.
Yeah, pog
Just
me
you
up.
wait.
Pog
You ready to get
you
pogged?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
ready
pog
to
you
get
up.
pogged. Yeah, I'm so ready to get pogged.
Right. So health regen. What do you think the pog ability thing? What do you think I'm going to talk about? What problems do you think are going to occur when you're healing as Wisp?
Yeah, okay. What if Wisp is full to the brim, so it's not regenning? Does the partner still get regen?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
he does.
okay.
That's a pog little detail. That's a pog little detail.
That is.
I'm pretty pogged.
That's pretty useful.
Got move speed. This is my favorite feature of the tether, right? What's your biggest frustration when playing something like a Bethesda game when you're walking alongside an NPC and they're chatting dialogue and you got to walk to a little location, they're chatting and you got to walk alongside them? What's your biggest frustration playing these games?
They're really slow and you can't hear them.
Yeah, they're really slow. That's one.
The game breaks.
And Thomas the Tank Engine comes out and fucking absolutely murders you.
My brother would come in and tell me to get off the Xbox.
So your brother coming in to tell you to turn off the Xbox because it's his turn. That's not going to happen when you play Wisp. Because I tell you, when you tether an ally, you match move speeds to them if they're faster than you. Isn't that Pog?
That is
No
very
more
useful.
awkward move speeds going, and I can't keep up with you while you're trying to tell me something. Bloody Bethesda, sort out your walking speeds.
Wait, so is IO good with Bloodseeker then?
Yeah,
He's good with anyone that moves
Is
quickly.
Bloodseeker
Yeah.
is Bloodseeker too fast to catch up with?
No one's too fast for Wisp because he matches the move speed.
Yeah, but then if they get too far, that string's going to snap, right?
No, because you're just as quick.
You
Yeah, I
just
know,
have
but-
to hit follow.
But you just have, yeah, I guess
You just
hit
follow him.
Yeah, you just hit follow.
Easy. So easy. If the target is slower than Wisp, he doesn't get slowed down. So you can move quicker than someone. So it is kind of like a Bethesda game in that regard where you're trying to walk somewhere and having to wait for your buddy.
That's
it's
a
quite
fun fact.
So
That's
quite
a fun fact.
often, Wisps don't even get boots.
Yeah.
It's quite a lot of things because they don't need it because they're tethered all the time for their move speed. It's fine.
But Guardian Greaves is great on IO.
True.
True.
The last little pog detail about tether is when you cast it. So you have a big area of effect. It has a massive cast range, tether. Absolutely massive. It's basically the size of your screen. If you can see someone on your screen, you can tether them if you're also on the screen. And when you hit tether, you kind of zip towards them real quick. So you like kind of bunt up right close to them, basically. And while you're kind of zipping towards them with your big old magnet leash, you get free movement.
Very cool.
So yeah, over cliffs, under cliffs, around cliffs. Well, not around, just straight over. Straight, no going around. You just go straight to
Straight
them.
through it.
Which is great. Really pog.
Really good escape. It's really good when you're playing IO and you're about to get killed and someone runs back and you tether to them. That's like pretty poggers.
That is the play. You see it often where like there's like a creep wave as well. Because you can tether to creeps or basically any friendly fella, just not buildings basically. Any
Even
friendly unit.
Even a courier?
No courier.
No.
I don't think
Okay.
you can't target couriers, can you?
Nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't have thought so.
No.
I think that would be like kind of game breaking if you're really good
So
at
weird.
microing your courier.
Yeah.
That'd be so
Gaben
funny.
though, come on, bring it in.
let's try it into Gaben. Let's
Why
get
not?
this.
Bring relocating couriers with tether.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is the new thing. This is
Easy.
the new strat. Tether up the donkeys and bring back donkeys being able to cast items as well. And we'll get the
No.
6-slotted Dagons.
Wait,
The Dagons meet
Wait.
your hammers on the couriers. It's going to be great.
wait, couriers could use items.
Back in my day,
Yeah.
Dav, yes.
Why?
Yep.
It was great. It was just good time. But you had to buy your own courier as well. It was also bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
there was
but-
only one courier for the whole team. It was sad.
Yeah. Silly though. Silly. It is silly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of Tether's base stuff. What's kind of the strat? Is the strat just basically stay tethered all the time, Ali? Is that kind of what you meant to do?
Yeah, with tether, you just want to... Well, you can use it to save people as well. Because you want to... With the heal transfer, you can do burst healing. Say if
Right.
you have magic wand or a mech or any other... I don't even think there's any other forms of burst healing. But say you have a wand or holy locket, you can tether and you can instantly pop, say, 20 charges of wand. And
Right.
your 20 charges of wand will be amplified to the target. So if they're
Yeah.
super low and just need a little bit more health to get them out, you can pop wand and burst heal them immediately, which is fantastic. And
Yeah, it's one of those things early game, like, so it starts off the heal, like, percentage transferred is 60%, but it goes all the way up to 120, right?
yeah,
So I guess when you're laning, you're still pulling tangos to your friend, you're giving them the tangos as the regen. But then later in the game, you're eating the tangos yourself and transferring it over.
yeah. The other strat is to just have all the healing on IO and they just keep tethered the entire time.
Yeah,
And then
I
your
guess they can
carry
then
does
tank
not
the
need to
damage
buy-
as well.
Correct.
If they want to. If they have to, it's fine.
And then your carry doesn't need to buy any regen.
And they get a movement speed boost as well, yeah?
They
Yes,
do
sir.
get movement speed boost. This
Sweet.
is extremely good now.
IO is cool. I think what I do forget about playing IO is I just forget to click. I just kind of follow the carry.
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard because you've got to stay so focused on breaking that string, right? So you're so focused on positioning that you go, okay, I just can't mess up. I just need to not break this. Otherwise, my carry's going to die,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is just the main thing.
All right. Poggers news all around.
Poggers news all around. It's not the end of the Poggers
Indeed.
news, though,
Okay.
because there's talents. There's talents that amp up the tether, and it becomes even better. So there's a talent that gives you bonus damage. Great when tethered.
Yeah.
You get some bonus damage. There's one that gives bonus health while tethered.
Very
So
nice.
you tether up to someone, they get a flat 400 health added to their max HP.
Very cool.
It's not like just like adding 400 HP. It's not like a sudden 400 HP heal. So if someone's on 400 health, like say they're on 100 health out of 500, it's all relative. So they're not going to go to 500 health instantly. They'll go on to it'll add 400 to the max HP, but then just keep the relative percentage health.
That would be pretty busted.
What if it was just like an armlet?
Yeah, kind of like an armlet. Yeah. Kind of like turning an armlet on and off. It kind of works like that. But the most exciting talent is one of the level 25 talents, which is IO attacks any unit that the tethered unit attacks at whatever attack speed. It is so good. I think we've mentioned this previously with Gyro.
Yes.
Gyro's got the talent where he attacks every unit around him in a certain AoE. And so if he's attacking every unit around him, Wisp is also attacking every unit around him. It's so good. It's so good.
Cool.
That is extremely good. It is.
Especially when you get
And-
like Scardy or something.
Yeah, with modifiers and so like a Deso, tech buildings extremely quickly.
Late game, the Wisp basically becomes like a second damage unit when
Like
they're
a
headed
gunner.
to a lad.
Like
Yeah, like a little gunner.
the little bikes with the carts.
This is what I wanted with Gyro. I remember talking about Gyro, and I wanted a
Io
little
is-
side gunner. Io is the side gunner I
Yeah.
always wanted, but for any hero.
Yeah, it is extremely strong because you can instantly, if your IO builds damage when they get the talent. Oh,
Yeah,
you could
if they
just-
get the gold ditters, like getting
That
to
is
that part of the
true.
game after building all your healing to get
Yeah.
to the late game, then you go, well, how much do I transfer from my healing to getting some damage as well? It's like,
I
where's
was
the
once
line?
told getting a kill as IO is impressive.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Whenever I get a kill as IO, I'm always over the moon. And I think it is quite hard. You do very little
Yeah.
damage. You just heal.
yeah.
Yeah, you do mainly just heal. It is just right clicking them down, making sure it's you're weakening them.
Well, do you want to hear some weird facts about Tether?
Hell yeah.
Go on then.
So, Tether cast range is affected by things that increase cast range, right? So, like an Ether Lens increases your cast range. So, your initial point target to cast the Tether, which launches you towards your lad, increased by Ether Lens.
Okay.
But it doesn't affect the break distance of your little tether. If you get Bloodstone, though, that does increase the break distance of the tether.
Okay.
Weird. It's barely anything. It's barely noticeable. The tether range is so long that relatively, the extra 75 distance of Bloodstone. Well, the thing is, AoE of Bloodstone, it's not even that. It's half of the AoE of a Bloodstone ad because it's one side of the area. It's basically like an extra 30 range, 40 range, which is nothing. It's nothing if you get Bloodstone. It does increase the tether slightly, but barely noticeable. Barely noticeable. So, yeah, just weird though. Just weird. I would have felt it would have both been on Ether Lens, but no. Technically, the tether break distance is an AoE. It's weird.
Okay. All right.
yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the most complex ability done. it's the one with the most details, it's the core bit. Now we're on to the other bits of the kit that kind of help him out.
Other bits of the kit.
Other bits of the kit. His second ability, Spirits, I think is kind of a standalone thing, whereas everything else then kind of ties back to tether. So we'll get spirits out the way and then we'll go on to the other ones, which tether back to tether.
Tether back to tether.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Yeah, so good. So his W, spirits. This ties back to what you were saying, Dav, earlier with summoning spirits. What does he do again? He can summon little friends.
Yeah,
spirits?
the other little wisps that follow him are his other like spirit friends.
So he's like the big spirit ball, and then he can summon his little spirit friends.
The little babbies.
Spirit friend. Yeah, they are friends, aren't they?
He summons his baby friends to come fight and battle with him. What? He summons 5 babies to fight and battle with him, and he throws these babies round in a clockwise circle until they hit someone and they explode. He's got kamikaze babies, lads.
He's got
Do they not? Wait, do they not? Do they explode forever? They don't, do they?
So, right, he summons... So, let's start from when you cast the ability. You summon 1 orb at a time. Every second, you summon 1 more orb until you're up to 5 orbs, 5 baby spirits. And they will rotate around you in a clockwise formation, a little circle around you. You can increase and decrease the radius of this circle. They'll just orbit you, right?
Yeah.
These little balls do damage, though. So if they go over a unit, they'll damage the unit. But if they hit a hero, they explode. And when they explode, it does an area of damage, and the spirit's gone, basically. So you have 5 little baby kamikaze missiles to hurt your enemies with.
Nice.
It's messed up if they're just baby balls of friend. So yeah. I don't know. What's the strat with the spirits, Ali? What's the main target? What's the point?
The old strat was it's how OG won a TI off this one ability.
So we can now clickbait the title of this podcast. OG won TI because of this hero's one ability.
Boom.
Well, yeah, but it was quite a long time ago. It has been changed heavily since then because it was so broken.
Okay.
Because it was doing absolutely insano damage.
Right.
Because when you hit level 15 with Ags, it gives you increased explosion damage, and back when it was TI 9, I think it was, when they won with IO.
Was that 2019?
The damage explosion was insane.
So with the talents now, I think it's a level 20 talent now, and it increases the explosion damage to 145, which is still a fair bit of magic damage. What was it previously? Do you know?
It was at level 15, and I think it was...
In my mind, it was like 300 or something stupid.
Yeah, it was around 300, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
The total damage was around 300. So that just made it absolutely insane.
So was the Wisp run as a core or still support with just a metric ton of damages?
Played as a carry by OG. No one else did it in that tournament as a carry. Only them. And they just had this unstoppable... I think they went like 9-0 when they played... Like they played Wisp 9 times and they never lost.
Crazy.
Because they just ran at them. It was.
I guess they rushed the Ags, right? With the Spirit build?
Yes.
Maybe?
I think it was Helm of the Dominator into Ags.
So Helm the Dom to get yourself a little friend, and then the Ags.
To run around with, and then it was as soon as you can, you try and get to level 15 as fast as possible. So all the Tome of Knowledges, or now Wisdom,
which are no longer in the game, Wisdom runes now,
all gone to you just to get to that level 15, and then you just charge at them, and they have no way to stop that amount of damage.
Yeah. So the Ags amps up your spirits. The Ags of Wisp upgrades your spirits so that you no longer have to cast this ability. So normally it's got a 20-second cooldown max level. You summon 5 spirits, and they'll last for 19 seconds.
Correct.
But now...
That's such a long time.
Insane.
With the Ags, you don't even have to cast this ability. You will just spawn 1 new spirit every second.
Crazy.
And you get up to a max of 5. You can't get more than 5 at a time. But having Infinite spirits through the axe is still a thing. It's crazy. It also adds a move slow when they explode. 15% move slow when your little kamikaze baby collides with the hero.
It's a nice little touch, isn't it?
It's still great. I want to see it in more games, to be honest. Yeah. I think they also, the fun thing about it, because they don't explode on creeps, they kind of just do a passing damage. It's not as much damage. So the explosion damage without talents is 90, whereas just the collision is 25. But it does mean you can farm camps real easy with it.
But you'd have the helm creep just following you around, so you can tether to them then, yeah?
Yeah, and you can farm with it, and
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
It's weird. It's weird that he has like one ability that isn't affected by tether at all, but is also the one ability that makes him a core player, a core hero if you want to. Back in the day, basically.
Back in the day. Not anymore, though. Not anymore.
Yeah, kind of.
Not as much anymore, but we can get onto that later.
But it was magic damage as well, yeah?
Yes.
Yep.
It is all magic.
So yeah, I guess that brings us back onto things that affect with tether, which is what Wisp is meant to be. None of this carry bullshit, Ali.
Yep.
Thank you very much. Let's bring him back to being support. Overcharge. Overcharge is a little ability you hit on, and the wispy glow boy goes, and he makes that exact noise.
Nice.
And on the outlook, nothing's really changed. There's no damage being done from him just by sitting there. But it gives him some buffs when he's going for 8 seconds. He's doing that noise and getting these buffs, which also then transfer to the tethered friend. He gets a bonus attack speed, 110 bonus attack speed, which is about the same as 2 hyperstones. It's a lot. It's a lot of attack speed. But it also adds Wisp's max HP as health regen. Up to 0.8% of his max HP as health regen, and up to a whole 1% of his max HP as health regen with a talent, which is that's a lot of regen.
Lot of health regen.
And Wisp is the kind of hero that gets a lot of strength and a lot of health. So late game, it's a lot of regen for that 8 seconds.
That's a lot of regen.
On top of that, lads, it also gives you spell amp. Up to 14% spell amp to you and your tethered bud.
That is very nice.
Think of that. Tether up to your Zeus, he cranks out his ult, cranks out the refresher, does another ult. It's a lot of damage.
Nice.
I didn't really think that 14% spell amp, that's kind of alright, max level.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty alright. And then he also has a shard, of course, the Axe Shard. And the Axe Shard upgrades this ability and adds a couple things to his little buff. Adds a 30% slow resist. So if you try and slow the boy, cranks on the slow resist. But then also adds a 10% spell lifesteal to the overcharge.
Ooh,
so
that's very nice.
I guess that combos well with his balls, right? So if he's getting low, he can throw his balls out and spell lifesteal back up.
Yeah.
Does the slow resist affect the tethered target as well?
Yes, sir.
Oh, damn.
Yes, sir.
That is good.
But yeah, I mean, it's kind of a boring ability. Just amps you up. It's basically make tether better ability. That's all it is.
It's bonus attack speed and spell amp. It's like when you want to go into overdrive.
Yeah.
This is the overdrive button. Hence overcharge. Like he is just going into overdrive, just healing and all of that.
He's been pumped up full of nitrous oxide and he's going overdrive.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's just a little ability that makes you go ham for 8 seconds. And then it's only on cooldown for 16, so you're kind of on for 8 and then off for 8.
That's really good. That's really good.
Go mad.
Yeah, what's the lore of overcharge like that? What is the lore? Because I'm just saying he's going, huh? Is there a lore behind it?
Drawing on the energy matter... Drawing on the energy of matter from all worlds, Io begins the unraveling of time.
What?
Unraveling of time.
What?
I was unraveling time, I guess, doing this.
It just makes no. He's the god of magnets. Why is he unraveling time? Stick in your lane, mate. What's that about? What's that about?
He's Doctor Who.
Well, sure. Sure. Unraveling time. I mean, if he's Doctor Who, Ali, I guess it makes his last ability make sense, because if he's unraveling time with overcharge, he's unraveling space with relocate. So relocate is a little spell which you and the unit can teleport to anywhere on the map, which is great. It's an ultimate. Anywhere. It's got like a minute cooldown. So you tether to a friend, you click a point on the map. After a short delay, poof, off you go. You kind of charge up for 3 seconds, and pop, then you appear. If you do get like disabled during this 3-second charge up time, though, on the Wisp, that is, not on the tether unit. If you get disabled on the Wisp during this 3-second like little crank up, it will stop this relocate. No teleport for you. Kind of like a TP, basically. Yeah, like any
and
old
then the
TP
cooldown.
And the cooldown is still gone. Yeah.
Or you need to wait for the cooldown, yeah.
Gotta wait for it. It's not like a Nature's Prophet where if you can't get cancelled, you can just start casting it again. It's very sad, very annoying. But yeah, once you appear on this other location that you've chosen, you're there for 12 seconds. And then, whoop, back you go. After 12 seconds, you're back to where you left from. If you're still tethered at the end of the 12 seconds, they're coming back with you. Or, you can break the tether and leave your carry in the enemy fountain. And then get reported for griefing. But, relocate responsibly.
You just always die. If you save someone from getting killed by relocating them, you're just guaranteed to die. You're just waiting. There's like a little timer above your head, and you're just waiting, and you just know, I'm going to die.
Yeah, if you do the relocate to save a mate, and then everyone crowds round your point, because they can see the points on the map where you're coming back to. And they can also see when you're coming in. They see the little charge animation. They see it on the map. They see where you're coming in. And they go, oh, okay, here comes the Wisp, or there goes the Wisp. But if you use the relocate to save someone, and then you have to like return back to certain death, it's so sad. It's so sad. And yeah, you can't stop the teleport back at all. No matter what you do, you're going back.
You cannot. You're getting killed.
You're getting killed.
But who cares? You're just IO.
Yeah.
You just support IO. No one cares.
What if you get call? What happens if you get put in a tombstone? Hang on, let me just do a quick test.
That's actually interesting.
If Wisp is about to go back,
and you put him in a tombstone,
Shard Undying entombs him. Oh my god, he stays in the tomb!
Oh wow.
He does. Oh big. Shit, okay, alright.
What about Pudge Eat?
That might be another one as well.
Stays in the Pudge. Gotta be. Right?
It's gotta be. I bet he stays in the Pudge.
Stays in the Pudge.
Yeah, I think he stays in the Pudge.
Stays in the Pudge.
That's interesting.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, no, it bugs out.
Oh.
I take it back. He appears to still be in the tomb, but when he moves, he appears at where he should be on the relocate. It's a bug, so he doesn't appear at all until he leaves the tomb, but when he leaves the tomb, he'll be back on the other side of the map.
No, that's even better. That's actually even better.
So you go back, but the enemy can't see you.
Yeah.
Well, because you're still technically in the tomb, but as soon as you leave the tomb, you then get walked back to where you were. God. This is so dumb.
For many, many years, for IO players, they've been experimenting with how to save yourself in any way from relocate, because that is the main issue with IO, is if you do a relocate play, you will die, essentially. If you go back, and normally you get swarmed by half the other team, and it's not a fun time.
What a weird interaction that is.
They were experimenting with like TPing on 0.1 seconds left of your relocate. Yeah. So ending the TP right when you go back. So then you TP straight to base, like in the same frame.
Yeah.
TP to base. And for a while that worked. And I think Valve patched it out because they didn't want people trying to TP back to base every time they relocate.
So now abilities that remove you from the map, like Pudge Eat and Entomb with Undying, both with the shards, are now, they still remove you off the map, but then when you leave those things,
you're
teleported back to where you are. It's so dumb. That's so dumb.
That's funny. That's really good.
You had the meta where you could like leap across the map with IO, right? With like and hook. Is that how it worked?
There was a
fountain
time.
hooking back in 2013.
You
but
could
that was
like
Chen.
hook and relocate.
But I guess it would work with Wisp as well.
I think
Pudge through hook out. But
yeah,
that's
people
way
were
patched.
looking at that with the hook interaction of if you time it right at the end of relocate and you hook, sometimes the IO gets pulled back.
Oh,
I
really?
Yeah, I think the IO does get pulled back, but you have to time it frame perfect.
Yeah.
So
The
then
connection of the hook.
yeah, it's similar to, you know, when for Disruptor, when you get glimpsed, and sometimes a timber saw can like timber chain a tree,
Yeah.
and the timber chain will be like infinite range because it's just locked in on a tree, and you go flying across the map back to the same tree.
Yeah.
It's why people like playing timber versus Disruptor for that.
It was the fountain hook.
Yeah.
I remember seeing there's like the Dota archives.
It was with Chen with the relocate back to base, sending Pudge
Yeah.
back to base as he throws out hook.
It's
Yeah,
so
similar
dumb.
thing for IO
There's-
relocate.
There's so
It's-
many
it's all
weird
timing.
mechanics when it comes to relocating things in this game.
Yeah.
It's just dumb.
But it's
dumb.
one of those where it's so hard. Like if it happens to you, you'd be really annoyed. But it's so hard to do. Like you can't really be that annoyed. You have to be impressed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I mean those are the abilities, but Ali. Is he good? Is Wispy Boy any good?
The good old IO, is he good?
Is he meta? Is he meta currently?
He is currently not meta at the moment. Niche pick and pro, like there's been a couple, but only by the Wisp hero spammers. The support, only support, no core,
Okay.
just support. And I think it's only been picked a couple of times in the latest tournaments.
What kind of makes him viable then? Like, why? When is he getting picked and why? Like, what situations would you want a little Wispy Boy on your team?
Well, it's only been picked by one team,
Right.
and that's OG. And I know it's Seb, who is a level 30 IO. He did win 2 TIs off it in core,
Filthy spammer.
but
he's
he
playing
didn't
at support.
play it. He didn't play it when he won the TIs. But he is a level 30 Wisp.
I mean, what are you meant to pair it with for good synergy? Because I guess he's kind of like only ever good when like certain cores are strong, right?
Yeah, so they paired it with Gyro.
That's a classic pick.
Yeah, that's a
Iconic.
very classic pick. Like Razor and DK are very good. People who want attack speed, you can pair it with like Leshers and other magic like dealers. Like you can pair it with anyone who does a lot of magic. So Storm's good as well because you can top up the mana. Because
I imagine it's quite hard to stay linked up to him though if he's zipping around all the time.
yeah, but you just give him a mana top up and that's about it.
Yeah, but I get annoyed.
Alright.
I am partial to a bit of IO. I do like playing IO. But it's annoying when you've got like a PA on your team and you're like, great, I'm gonna...
Yeah, it's very hard when you have high mobility. Well, blinking heroes, I would say, are the main problem, I would say.
I'm like, what the hell? I'm trying to heal you and give you mana, and
Yeah.
you're blinking away, and now I've got to wait 9 seconds to tether to you again, and
It's
you're
not
blinking away again.
It's not a good pairing with, say, an anti-mage, because you don't want to, like, he just blinks around the map
Yeah.
so much, and, like, you do not want to have, like, your
That's the point.
tether
Does
always
blinking
on-
actually break the tether? It doesn't, does it?
No, as long as
just
you
the
blink in
distance.
range, you have to blink within the range of tether.
Right.
Yeah, but that's going to be a short dick blink.
Yes, it's a very
Yeah, basically a pointless blink at that point.
exactly. It's very pointless. So the like Slark is like, even though that he pounces with his Ags, he benefits so much from the attack speed. But Slark is quite a good one. You can just fight Ursa can be another good hero to pair with it.
Hell yeah.
You
I
already
guess
have
someone, just
a lot of
anyone that
attack
kind
speed.
of walks in but he can keep up with, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And
Zeus
it's a bit of
could
a
be-
short. It's a bit of a short thick bounce as well from Ursa. He just does a
Yeah.
lot of roly-poly.
Zeus could be another good one for amp magic damage. You just like
Oh god, I imagine the Zeus combo is actually really good because Zeus has a right-click build now as well,
yeah.
where he has magic damage on right clicks. So if he's getting attack speed and spell amp
There you go.
from the Wisp, I
That's one
think
to
we're
try
onto
out
something,
tonight.
lads. Time to buy up the Zeus sets.
The Zeus sets are
We buy
coming
up the
out.
Zeus sets, we buy up the Wisp sets, and we're gonna make some bank here, lads.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But
That's such a good idea. That's such a good idea. When this episode comes out, have a look at the IO skins. Have a
we
look.
will be selling all of them.
See how much they inflate.
Yeah. It is interesting looking at like the pro tracker because there are only like 4 players who play it, and I will say most of them are Seb, who just plays IO.
Most of the players are Seb.
Well, yeah, pretty much. I'm looking through it. I just realised there's not actually that many players. It's just Seb. He's just playing
Seb!
IO. Yep. He's bringing back the glory days. But he has a horrendous win rate, which is 33% in the last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's terrible.
It's not looking good.
Do you know?
Oh my god, I'm looking at it. He's got 16% in the past 6 matches.
Oh god, that's
My guy.
dreadful.
That is-
And that's Seb as well.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
overall, in the past 8 days, 460 matches, positive win rate. So
Seb's the problem.
Seb's the problem. You heard it here first. Seb is the problem.
The
Washed, some might say.
Yeah.
well, that's support IO, isn't it? Like you're only
Yeah.
as good as your carry, right? So it's really it's if you're IO and you lose, it's not your fault.
True.
But
True.
we can have a quick look at our win rates on IO.
Wait,
I'll be better than Seb.
Wait,
I'll be better than Seb. I mean, 16% in the past 6
Well-
games isn't hard to beat.
Do you
But-
guys want to take a guess with your win rates on IO?
Oh, God. I reckon mine's 20%.
Joe's at
I reckon mine's actually really shocking and it's 20%. On like 5
Okay.
games, maybe 1 win.
Dav, you've got a guess on your win rate on IO?
mine's I'm pretty sure mine is actually pretty high. Don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Because I play with you guys and you're good, and so generally me healing Ali in lane when he's like gyro or something is normally pretty good news for the team, rather than me like waddling around doing nothing as ogre. So I'm gonna guess is something like 60% maybe.
Okay. So I'll start with me. My win rate is 43%.
Ooh.
All right.
All right.
All right.
30
That's
games,
respectable.
43%. I'm not a support player. I'll count that as a win.
It's not 30%. Oh, God.
It's not.
Oh, God.
It's not too bad. Joe's is 29%
Oh,
Oh,
God. I
God.
knew it was going to be bad. How many games?
with 17 games.
Oh.
Last played it in 2017.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm only as good as my cause, you know.
Well, in that game, your core was me jungle CM was the last time you played. Was the last time you played.
as good as my cause.
I was playing jungle CM, and apparently I lost the jungle CM.
You lost the jungle. You lost
Yeah.
to the neutral creeps. Oh, no.
That's quite funny. So that's me. And Dav, should I say the king of IO himself,
Come on, IO.
75% win rate.
What?
Hell yes.
the
How many games?
Shit.
12 games.
Not
so it is the
bad.
least games, but still impressive win rate.
That's pretty solid.
who has played it way more recently than me or Joe.
Dav has a better win rate than Seb. Like Seb's overall win rate on Wisp is only about 50%. When
does it become? When is it like? When is it gospel? I'm trying to. What's the word? When
do you?
How many games do you need to play with a hero for a win rate to really count?
100, I think.
That's a lot of games. 100 is a lot of games.
That's
okay, fine, 50 then. I think it should be a fairly big number.
Hours.
You went down pretty quick. I reckon we could half that again, you know.
I think 25.
25?
That's like a day. That's over a day's worth of gameplay. It's like a day's worth of playing games solid. That's 2 working days of Dota right there. 25 games.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have also...
Maybe we can wrangle this down to 10 games. Yeah, I think if you have 10 games, that's a full working day of playing Dota.
Yeah. And of course...
And Dav, what was on 17? I think Dav is onto something here. Maybe we should... Dav, you should have been leading this whole thing. You should have been taking the lead on how the abilities work. I know nothing, apparently. Sub 30% win rate.
So I also looked up our win rates with IO on our team.
Oh, interesting.
Because if you have an IO, you got it goes both ways. Because I've played a lot with IO. I haven't played IO a lot.
Right.
But I play a lot with an IO. So I looked up Dav's. He's got 13 games with an IO. So where Dav wasn't the IO.
I think it's going to be real low. I think it's going to be like as good as my win rate.
What? Dav has the nice number. He's got 69% win rate.
Oh,
nice.
Wait, it's when I'm not playing the IO.
When you're not playing, but with IO on your team.
Shit. Maybe it's a Herald thing.
The IO knows what they're doing is the thing.
The IO knows. The IO knows. And Joe has 290 games with an IO.
Oh my god.
And a 56% win rate when an IO is on his team.
I mean, the more games, the closer to 50-50 it is, right?
Yeah. And for me, I have... Wait, where did I put it? Here, I have a 57% win rate with 380 games with an IO on my team.
I feel also the IO pick is never unthought of, right? I feel you're always picking IO with a combo in mind, with the game in mind. You're not just blindly first picking Wisp. It's not like a Lion or a Lich or a Witch Doctor, which you just first pick. Yeah. You go, I'm just going to pick this because we need a support. The Wisp
majority of those games, there was only one hero which I played, and it was the combo, and it was Tiny Mid, and this was back before any of these changes, back in 2014, when Tiny Zags was he got a tree. It wasn't an ability, he just got a tree.
Shit.
And you just freaking rush it, and then you win the game with IO because you have so much attack speed that you kill anything which comes near. It's fantastic.
God, what a throwback. I remember those days.
Yep. It got me a lot of MMR. Like a lot. Those were the days.
What you build? What you build as IO? What's the IO build?
So the support build, like mech is a very good burst heal item.
Hell yeah. Because you're getting healed, they're getting healed, but then they're getting healed again.
Holy Locket is also another great item. Provides a lot of burst heal.
I see a lot of people building Hearth as like the first item.
Heart is also good because you want lots of regen. And the more regen you have, as we know from Tether, it transfers over onto your core, and it does wonders.
Because I think IO's in a good place at the moment with all the flipping lotuses. I think just all of a sudden now you have...
Oh yeah, on the side pool.
You have
the laning phase.
And you yeah, I just think it makes you, when you've got, especially when you've got like a greater Lotus, it's just even more healing.
I guess that's why we used to rock the dual lane mid with the IO Tiny back in the day, because we used to get bottle on the Wisp for all the regen just to keep the lane all healthy. But now you can do it on the side lanes with the Lotuses.
Yeah. Maybe the time for IO is
buy
come.
Buy now. Buy Wisp Arcanas now. Buy well
us.
low. They're only going to go up. They're only going to go up.
They're only going to go up. Yeah. Send us a DM.
Send
us a DM. Stonks.
Stonks. Huge stonks.
What do we reckon then? Pick?
Is it a match?
Match.
We
swipe
picking?
right,
we banning?
Swipe left.
I love having IO. For me, IO is a yes.
Yeah, I'm a hard yes as long as I'm not playing it and it's on my team.
Same.
It's I want it, but I don't want to play it.
Oh mate, I'm a hell yes, and I love playing IO as well. Like I can't play IO in pubs. I just can't. Like playing IO in low rank pubs is just silly.
Yeah, you need coordination for it. You need to be able to chat with your tethered up guy. I don't know. Maybe I should give it another go. When was my last game was like 2017. Maybe I need to give it a go in the modern age. Maybe get my win rate up to 50-50.
To play IO is not that fun, really. But when your carry is like 3k higher MMR than you get your fun is them. You know, when they do
you're the
well,
side gunner and you're having a fine time watching the main pilot.
Yep.
Take course, run through, and you're just there
playing one hand,
doing the assist.
You're
the guy on top of the Mad Max car, spitting in the nitrous oxide to the engine. That's what Wisp is.
That's it. That's the one.
And maybe they'll make IO core great again. That's what I'm hoping for.
Make Wisp great again.
Make
Wisp great again.
Maybe a mid-wisp is the key to it. Maybe it's time for boot up the old solo queue and grief some games by picking IO mid. And then getting called an account buyer when it doesn't go well. And then you can just go lag. Just blame it on lag.
Yeah. Lagged picked Wisp mid. Lag.
That's what I said when I picked up Spirit mid.
God, what an episode. I honestly think we talked more about stonks in the Dota market than we did about the hero this week, but
Perfect.
I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it.
Invest now, wink wink, so we get get a lot of money from this.
Honestly, you're gonna regret it. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's a spherical.
This is our equivalent
sphericals.
of like those creators that do the crypto coins.
Yeah.
Buy my coin. Buy our IO coin. Buy the IO sets, and we'll get rich.
Use code.
No, we'll all get rich together, guys. We'll all do it. It's not a scam.
You know how you said it wasn't a pyramid scheme? Have you seen the set which we're saying that everyone to buy?
It's literally a pyramid set.
It's got a pyramid in it.
Technically it's pyramid.
Oh my goodness.
And then all you have to do is you just copy paste, go into your local chat in Dota and just spam that copy paste. And then play solo queues and spam it in all chat as well. And guarantee you'll make money.
Huge stocks.
Thank you. I want to make lots of money from that.
Lots of stocks.
Well, if you're excited to get rich quick off brilliant advice given in this podcast, don't forget you can rate us 5 stars and leave a review. Apparently it helps.
Hell yeah.
Go on. Do it. Or even unless it's a bad review, then don't.
Then don't bother.
Then don't. Only if it's good. All right.
I was gonna let you do a sign off there, but you just stopped.
Right. Okay. Well, this is my sign off. Cheers. So, thanks everyone for listening. This has been Matchmaking, and we'll see you next week.
See ya.
See ya. Bye.